Hello everybody, my name is Kuuribro. Welcome back to Fire Emblem Echo Shadows of Valentia Blight. Apparently I have a silver platter that this person needed. Somebody made a comment on a previous video that that's what it's for. I didn't have a quest for it, I didn't know to come check. Please, that platter is a ritual artifact, much beloved by the Earth Mother. She's not here, she won't notice it's gone, but you know, just give it back. What's my reward? Nectar. Okay, what is nectar? What is nectar? Nectar increases luck. Okay. I'll take it. That is suddenly worth something. Now let's get out of here. Because we have to do some things to play on catch up here. I just went through all of the extra DLC content. And it's time to get back to Alm and his fight with Zeke and Jerome, but first I have to check all of those things what was in the DLC packs. Most of which I can't remember. There were villager forks. I got a boots, which can give my units more speed, but I might hold on to that. Sorry, not speed, it gives them more movement. Also, I don't know which army they went to. Did they all go to Alm? Because if that's so, like, that's a little bit one-sided, but also Alm's the one that needs all the help right now, so maybe? Those are cogs, memory. I have a couple memory prisms to check through, too. So, all of the stat-boosting items. I got an exotic spice, I can sell that. Alm got a bunch of gold, too. And that is definitely one-sided. That's on Alm's side. Celica has none. Okay, so if I check in here, we got a rusted sword. All the weaponries. Yes, all of their stuff went to here. I got Fernand's lance, Claire's lance, Clive's lance, Python's bow. There was a shield involved in this too, wasn't there? Lucas's shield, in which the tides of battle are reflected. It gives a defense of 5, weight of 3. So that's just a worse steel shield. What's the point of it then? Pitchforks. I heard about these items. It changes you to the villager class. You can use it to basically reset a unit. Okay. I'm torn on these. Because they are free DLC. And from what I've heard, like a lot of people just sort of, it's just an open question. It's like, where do you use your villager forks? Who do you use it on? Who do you choose to reset it? And I don't know if I want to. Like, it's not part of the vanilla base package game, and I feel like I have to restrict myself, or at least I want to restrict myself, to what I've been given. Remaking classes is like, it's another one of those, like, those handy dandy things, those neat things that's like for casual play, and I don't mean casual in a bad way, but I mean like, and it's creative and it lets you customize people in more ways. So that's another thing that's for that crowd of people. But that's never been my Fire Emblem. I don't even like classes that have a choice of 2 when they level up. I want, you are this, you class change, now you're this. And you just, whatever the units are when you give them to me, I have to deal with the pieces I've been given. The pitchforks would be good to like save a unit who's been getting really bad RNG and like let him take another round through the class ups, but I think I'm not gonna do that. I think I'm going to suffer through with the classes that I've got. No changes allowed. I'm making that decree right now. Get my gavel. This isn't a gavel, that's a box. It's got my extra glasses in it. I shouldn't, those are fragile. It has been decided. Also, I need to switch to those glasses because I'm on my computer right now. That said, I probably will use the other stuff. Like the boots here, sure, I can raise the unit's movement. I'll decide who to give that to once everybody's got their class change and I know what all the movement ranges is. Python's bow is might of 2, so compare that to a steel. It's might of 3, hit of 80. 1 to 3. Answers to a skilled archer. So it's got the same weight as a steel bow, less might, more hit, but You can't use this as a melee counter. Look at it, it's got a range of 2 to 3. All other bows have a range of 1 to 3. So then what's the good in it? What about the lances? Were any of these worth getting at all? Drive away evil, improve resistance, outsider in search of his own path. Points towards a better future. Range 1, might of 5. Might of, oh God! It only gives you 2? Outrider. Okay. When I actually get into... No, wait, I can do this right now. I was just gonna say when I actually get into combat, I'll see what it does. But I can do this right now. Right now, let's give you just an Iron Lance as a base point. So the Iron has 2 might, hit of 90. If I see, so the Duma's got 6, 80, and 10. See, this is what I don't like. I don't like that it changes who you've got on the bottom screen. Like, I want to maintain those stats. I want to see how they change. Okay, so are these lances good because they have a ton of unique skills on them? Claire's lance gives you anti-terrors because it is... Holy, it gives resistance. So that is a good. And Clive's lance seems to behave similarly to a steel lance because it's got armor crush on it. Fernand's lance does not. So I think what I'm looking at here is that Fernand's is a special iron, Clive's is a special steel, and Claire's is a special blessed. I should have been able to figure that out just by the icons. What happens when I class them up? Like if I drop money into them, will they evolve into something? Are they, again, worth using at all this late in the game? I've already been getting a bunch of, like, specialty weapons for these guys. Duma's lance is, and Ramphaya. Blessed has a crit of 10. 2. Yeah, like, the Blessed Lance is just straight up better than Claire's lance. It has crit on it. Claire's lance has a bit of resistance, which I guess is a good thing if I'm facing mages, but other than that... So it doesn't give you recovery. It gives you the resistance, but no recovery. I'm really thinking that I might be better off experimenting with all this stuff on my own, in my own save file, like when I play the game again on hard. Because right now, these don't look too good, and I'm not too stoked about dropping money in these weapons to see if they become something worth paying attention to. So anyways, what were the other things that I got? I got a bunch of money, I got 3 villagers forks, I got boots. This Taurus shard came from one of those DLCs too, right? What does this do? Nothing that I can see. Okay. So ultimately the story was good to see, but the item rewards... The boots are about the only thing I'm seeing that I'm gonna get any use of. Because skipping the pitchforks. But anyways, let's take one more look at the units that I've got here, because I forgot what was up with these guys. Alm has the ability to class change now. Right, so who else? Python is at 11. You also could class change now. Tobin could, but I'm holding him for a level. Delphia still needs a bit. Cliff can't. Silk's a saint, Tatiana's a saint. Forsyth is a baron, I got him up. Faye's a priestess. Gray's been a sage for a while. Matilda needs 3 more points to be able to level, but I'm sure I'll hold her for a while. Clive is a lost cause. And Claire has gone already, so... If Python wasn't so low, I would say... Let's dump a little bit of experience into him in a dungeon and then go class up both he and Alm. But I do want to drop the class change on Alm because he's been waiting for it for a while. So like, I know the straight shot to the Milla statue. Let's just go do it and then go back and do the fight. Forsyth, have I heard you talk
when I first
lately?
enlisted, the Deliverance was short-handed. And yet, the men running it were still all knights of noble birth. Only one of them paid any heed at all to my or Python's exploits. That's right. It was Sir Clive.
Good attitude, just bad in the arms.
He made me a lieutenant even when the others cried no. Then he made sure Python was taken care of as well. I'm not sure Python fully appreciates it, but that's a separate issue. With so many people opposing me, I knew I'd never truly be their equal.
But you are now. You're a baron. You can take them all out with a stab to the neck. They can't do that.
But the chance Sir Clive gave me meant something, and I shall never forget it. I swore to follow that man to the ends of Valentia if he asked.
Oh, and I guess you're only following me because Clive said to, right? That's all right. I mean, I thought we had something special here for Forsyth, but if it's just because your former lover gave you your blessing, I'm not mad. Okay, Mila. Change class. Yep, there it is. Right at the top. You're at 18. You are so very close to level 20 to maxing out, but I feel like you are long overdue. Change to the hero class. You've had a bunch of fights over on this side. Celica's gone through more than half of her continent before you got this unlocked. Overdue. Get your red cape. All heroes need a red cape once they class change.
Now I'll show them what I can really do.
Not much changed. That was a weird face, but that's good. Can use bows? Bow. Bow! So it's only a 1 to 2. He's not an archer, so he doesn't have the long range. If I gave him a weapon, would he get that range? Because most of the bows had a 1 to 3 range on them. He's also using the royal sword, though. He's the only one that can. But I can swap it out. He is the convoy. He has access to whatever weapon he wants at any given time. Might have to do some thinking about it. Let's get out of here. And last thing I swear, we need to check out a couple more of these memory prisms, because there's a bunch of them. Ooh, wows. All right, I've been going for 13 minutes without any hint of battle, so I'm gonna try to remember, I'll make a sticky note or something, and then I'll... No, I'm not gonna do that. This episode, following up on the DLC, is just gonna be catching up on stuff, checking the DLCs, and then watching these, which are like support conversations. But I wanna get them all out of the way. If this one's a short boy, then so be it.
Conrad? Conrad! Where in the world did he go?
Aw, little Celica's a cutie.
Wait, is
That
that
bow in her hair, yeah.
Aunties? Aunties, is that you?
Oh, they actually call her? That's her name? Ugh, that's a way grosser name than Celica. I don't like it.
Conrad?
That's labeled Celica.
I can hear you, but I don't... Where are you?
Good morning?
Morning? It's past noon. What were you doing under the bed?
Hide and seek? Duh.
I was hiding so the ghost wouldn't take me away.
The ghost is a really good seeker.
What ghost?
Mother told me all about it. She said that if I'm bad, a ghost will come for me in the night.
Have you been bad, Conrad?
It'll come down from Fear Mountain in Rigel and take me away.
Oh, you're so lucky. Your mother's Regalian, so she has all sorts of fun stories.
Lucky, you get a ghost.
Fun? So you're not scared of the ghost?
No, why would I be? I haven't done anything bad. Have you done something bad?
Yes.
Well, I kinda accidentally broke the vase in the Great Hall. Then I cleaned up all the pieces and buried them in the garden.
Bury the evidence. Kid's smart.
That was you? The servants were looking everywhere for that base. We have to go tell them.
But I'll get in trouble.
They'll be fine, Conrad. I'll go with you. We'll apologize and they'll forgive us. I promise.
If only it was that easy.
Besides, if you don't, that ghost is sure to come and get you tonight!
No! If it took me away, I wouldn't be able to play with you anymore.
Yeah, that's the thing about stories like that. It's like, do you do something bad and then you're worried about getting caught, or do you continue to lie, which is also bad?
Right? And I don't want you to go away either. So then, shall we go?
All right.
Let's hurry and put this all behind us.
Wait. I'm kinda scared. Can I hold your hand?
Conrad, you... Oh, all right.
It's a little weird. We're brother and sister and all, half brother and sister. That actually makes it more weird, but... little baby. All right. Aw, she's even got her own little sprite there. I forgot. She had that sprite in the beginning of the game. Because that very first mission was with the kids. I forgot all about that. All right, and these ones are definitely from the DLC, so. That one was from before when you found Conrad.
Greetings, Fernand. It's been far too long.
Ah, Claire. You know, it still confounds me that you decided to enlist with the Knights. Your father is too lenient with you. Always has been.
Hey, don't be talking about a girl's father. I was gonna say something slangier, but then the only thing that was coming to mind was something that didn't really apply.
And why shouldn't I be a knight? I wield a lance and ride a horse as well as the best of you. Perhaps even better. Why else would they allow me to join? Heavens, you and my brother were the ones who taught me to fight and ride.
Because you harangued us without end. You always were keen on following Clive.
And then you gave into it, so it's still your fault.
Honestly, we assumed it was a phase you would grow out of. You should be looking for a husband, not brandishing a weapon. Unless you expect to meet your soulmate on the battlefield.
I have no fondness for barbaric men, but pursuing a warrior's path does not doom me to a life of spinsterhood. Now that I'm a Knight of Sophia, I can stay here at the castle, where I can go to royal balls and meet fine gentlemen. What say you to that?
I think she outsmarted you, Fernand.
I say that you should have listened to your vows more carefully. Knighthood affords little time to twirl about in circles and socialize. Day and night, we train and ride out on expeditions and other missions.
What? Goodness, I don't remember pledging to do all that.
Fernand's got a point.
Perhaps I will have to seek my beloved on the field of battle after all. Still, it's not all bad. The knights are full of handsome, noble scions after all. I know! Fernand, why don't you introduce me to someone? Surely you must know many suitable suitors in suits of armor.
Well, I suppose it depends on what manner of man you fancy.
I have no real way to respond to a question like that.
Let me think. He'd have to come from a house at least as respectable as my own. He should be as tall as Clive and fair of face.
Clive seems like a very tall guy.
Well-lettered and gifted in the arts of war and defense.
You're describing a perfect person.
And of course he must be well-versed in poetry and music and... Oh, he should own 4 villas, one for each of the seasons.
Claire.
Does that narrow it down?
Claire, stop.
It certainly does. You just described your brother.
You will then.
That is not true.
And you don't even realize it. Clearly, you are still a child. You won't find a husband if you keep clinging to your brother in such a way.
Oh, really? And what about you? You've been clinging to my brother since before I was born, Fernand. Is there anything you should be telling me? After all, you weren't exactly scrambling to find a pretty mate of your own.
Are you insinuating that Fernand might be wanting to get up under Clive's loinclothy there? Claire, is that what you're saying? I got nothing to follow it up with.
We are not talking about me.
He's not denying it.
Look at you, so easily shaken. I was merely teasing. Besides, Clive already told me what your true weakness is. He claims you prefer your ladies like your oranges, full and ripe.
That's fine.
Now, which of the knight's eligible ladies is juicy enough for you?
I am going to find your brother and bury him in a very deep hole. Touché, Claire. I'm glad you had your fun. Now, farewell.
These are fantastic.
What? Wait, come back here! You can't run from your destiny!
I love these. They're such a good idea. Alright, this one's gonna be Matilda Clive, right?
Hello, Clive. Have the other knights been making you feel at home?
They have different drawings. They're... Oh, that looks weird. That's like weirder than seeing kid versions of people, because that's like 10 years ago versions of people when they're still adults, but they're like 21 or maybe 16. Oh, I don't like it. I don't like it. I like that Matilda's still shinier than him though.
Ah, Lady Matilda. Yes, everyone has been very kind to me thus far. But the first 3 months have been naught but training. I long for a fight.
Well, you'll get one. The training is to make certain you're ready for it.
I just want a chance to prove myself, to be one step closer to you.
Why me?
You do not know? The bards sing of Lady Matilda as the finest of all the knights of Sophia. Boys the king around whisper your name before they go to sleep.
It's a little weird, but alright.
I fear my friends and I were no exception. Let us just say you are the object of much adulation, my lady.
This comes as a surprise.
Really?
I thought boys dreamed of fighting alongside heroes such as Sir Myson.
Sir Myson is indeed a man worthy of much respect. I can only hope to one day be half the legend that he is.
But you don't dream of Sir Myson when you're laying in bed in the morning with certain extra visitor, if you know what I'm saying.
But who do you think it is that lights the fires of a boy's heart? A stoic old man? Or a beautiful woman?
The fires would sputter out if the lads actually saw me in combat.
Certainly not.
You're the best unit I have.
You are never more beautiful than when riding across a battlefield. The dresses and dour looks you wear in court only obscure your radiance.
Dour? Though it is true that I abhor walking the castle like some pretty bauble. Speaking of which, how is your sister, the one who follows you like a puppy?
They're just being savage on Claire here.
Whenever I would try to talk to you, she would cut in.
She's a handful, that one. You should have seen her bawl when I said I was enlisting.
That just shows her love. You're lucky. But I must confess, I'm glad we can finally have a conversation alone, if you take my meaning.
I believe I do. It seems we'll have more chances to talk here amidst the dust of battle than we ever will surrounded by the fancy tapestries of the castle.
So it seems.
She seems into him
Who even
too.
knows when I'll next get to don a dress and a dour expression. What?
I was just thinking, the next time you do wear a dress, might I ask for a dance?
But that might be weeks or months.
I'm a patient man, and the wait will be well worth it in the end.
Very well. A dance it is.
Truly? Thank you, milady. I shall look forward to that day.
That was running footsteps.
And there he goes.
Yeah, he just booked it.
By the gods, is he skipping? Wait, why am I laughing? I don't remember how to dance. This is going to end with me crushing his toes into paste.
You'll be fine. You'll be, as long as you're not wearing all your battle armor, you'll be fine. That was weirdly charming. Even if it's fake, it's like, god damn it, Clive. Fucking can't get girls like that
there
anymore.
he is. Fernand!
Lady Matilda, did you need something?
I am looking for Clive.
We're not attached at the hip, you know.
But that's not what he told me.
No, but you are like brothers. Perhaps I just think of you as a single entity. In any case, pray forgive me if I upset you.
I'm not upset.
Are you certain? It seems every time I try to talk to you, you refuse to look me in the eye. If I did something wrong, tell me. I don't want you to hate me.
This is because this is Fernand and his thing of, I remember that thing he said when we found Matilda? Oh.
Hate you? Of course not.
This is, the last one was charming, this is gonna be a little wrenching.
But all you ever ask about is Clive.
Oh, right. I can see how that would be grating. It's just, well,
It's all right.
your stories about Clive are far more interesting than the ones he tells.
For true? I can't imagine what I could tell you that he hasn't already.
Oh, if you only knew. I adore talking with him, but, well, he doesn't know how to loosen up. He's very self-conscious.
I feel you, Clive.
I want to hear about his misadventures, not just what he thinks I want to hear.
Wait, so he never told you about sneaking into the mess hall before lunch? Or the story of licking the cream off the cake? Surely he's told you about trying to ride those sheep. He scared them so much, they fled the pen and rampaged across the village.
Rampaging sheep, is that really a problem? They don't seem like the most destructive of animals.
I fear he neglected to mention any of those escapades.
Well, he may look all gallant and composed, but let me tell you, Clive can be quite the ruffian when no one is looking. He makes me look like a saint. I suggest you be careful.
Your suggestion is noted.
All right, that's charming.
This is why I like talking to you, Fernand. But it's not the only reason.
Oh?
Of course I enjoy hearing about Clive, but I also enjoy watching you as you tell the stories.
Is that so?
Your eyes light up when you talk about him. I can tell how happy it was for the two of you to grow up together.
I just heard the fucking tune that they have going again. It's another version of the title music. It's so good.
It's a type of affection that he and I will never have.
Oh, I wouldn't say that.
All I know is that I'd like to see the site of Clive's sheep rampage, or visit the kitchen where you defrocked that poor cake.
Well, I'd be happy to take you. I'm not just saying that. We can all go together. You, me, and Clive.
Thank you, Fernand. I would love that.
Of course, you'll need to get Claire's permission first. She guards her brother like a lion, so be warned.
Just, yeah, you probably don't want to drag her along on this one.
I'm well aware. Maybe you can tell me what she likes, so I don't have to face her empty-handed.
Leave it to me.
Okay. So that wasn't wince. Cringe. I thought that that was gonna be a thing of like Fernand doing his like unrequited love thing, because he did mention to Matilda that he wanted her to be with him when we found her at Desay's place. But the title was for true. That was actually just Happy Memories. That was a really nice one. Aw. And, well, now that we're all caught up on that, next time, gonna go throw myself into battle against two, looks like gold knights, and see who decides to die on me next. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Remember to hit the like button down below. Please consider subscribing if you haven't already. Check out the Mario Rabbids Kingdom battle that's going on now. We got that series going, and it's also tactics. It's a different kind of tactics, but it's fun. If this video gets up to 15 likes, I'll release another one immediately tomorrow, and until next time, have yourselves a great day. Bye-bye.